Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Paradigm Shift and Educational Comedy. The last time I did one of these videos on this topic was October 25th, and now it is literally Christmas, December 25th, so Merry Christmas, everybody. I decided to kind of Christmas it up a bit, as you can see there, where I'm kind of pointing there. One of the little Christmas gifts that I got were these wax candles with LED lighting in them. And they actually have a remote control. I'll show you that right here. And I could pick different colors and stuff, and right now I kind of have it on a random multicolor rotation. It's actually pretty cool. So, and seeing as today is Christmas Day, I decided to kind of do this video with, you see my usual trail of lights behind me. So I got the LED Christmas lights there and the lights from my little present thing over here. So yeah, it's all good. So yeah, I had gotten the 2-ounce bottle of the Adia Clarity and tested with that, and I immediately saw positive results, like, nothing that, like, I can sit here and go, oh my God, this is so wonderful, holy shit. So, it's like, you're not going to see, like, this big bursting, like, wow, this is just like the newest, coolest, oh my God, nothing like that. But I can say that I tested it soda pop. The soda pop still tasted like soda pop, didn't do anything funky to it, but I did notice very reduced acidity, and my stomach was, and still is, definitely thankful for that. Basically, I did the thing with the eyedropper, half full, 4 shots for a 2-liter bottle, as I explained in the other videos, and then I tightened it up, closed it up, shook it a little to get the Adia Clarity to mix all in. Then I let it sit for the 48 hours and, then drank it. And I noticed very much reduced acidity, but it still tasted like pop, I mean, Dr. Pepper still tasted like Dr. Pepper, and so on and so forth. I tried it in some Lucid Dreaming Tea. Here, you can get that from luciddreamingtea.com. So yeah, I tried it in some Lucid Dreaming Tea, and that stuff is really awesome, non-GMO in the first place. So Adia Clarity just kind of added to what was already there with that. I took an empty 2-liter bottle and filled that with lovely fluoridated, yucky water. Because I live in Chicago. They fluoridate here, unfortunately. So that was a good test. I added that to it, shook it up, let it sit for 48 hours. And my stomach does not react well to the fluorine and chlorine and all that yucky, nasty garbage in the water. So this is a good test, because I'm thinking, all right, well, if I let that sit for 48 hours, let it do its thing, and then I start drinking that, then, it should feel and taste more like I'm drinking bottled water, which bottled water obviously isn't fluoridated, so that doesn't bother my stomach. Whereas the tap water is like, yuck, total stomach upset. And the previously fluoridated water that I added the stuff to, it had more of the bottled water effect and didn't, send my stomach into feelings of like getting queasy and feeling like I'm going to vomit or something. So yeah, that was a good test there. And I felt like I've had a bit more energy, a bit more motivation, generally feeling just better in general. And I knew that I would have to test this more for the, for the long term, in order to really see what effects it has. So, kind of did the, the discount upsell thing they had on the website, and, got the bigger bottle, as you can hopefully see here. Yeah, so they gave me like 2 more 2-ounce bottles plus this at like a discounted rate or whatever it was. So yeah, I mean, roughly a 6-month supply. So we're going to see how that goes. So far it's been going good. Like I said, there's nothing miraculous that I have to report. It's not like all of a sudden like, oh my God, it's a miracle. This, and this is no longer wrong with me, or blah, blah, or whatever. Like nothing super miraculous to report. But, so far over the long count of time, I've just been feeling, just my body's been feeling progressively more healthy. And so, it's little increments. So if you were expecting some sort of big, like me to either say, oh, it's the newest best miracle thing, whatever, or if you were expecting me to say, nah, this stuff's a total scam, forget about that. Well, sorry, but the truth doesn't fall within either extreme. The truth is just like anything else within the realms of health. What, like, I take vitamin D3, because the body requires 10,000 IU, according to the doctors that have come forward on the internet and said, hey, we're not allowed to tell you this, but there's the situation. So these are 5,000 IU each, and, I take a couple of these a day, and, you don't really start feeling the effects until, about a week, after taking these. So the body needs time, to adjust to these things. So yeah, I felt better after a week of taking this, of course. I mean, vitamin D is necessary for the body. And I also kind of have a mix of colloidal gold and silver together. I mean, I did that like manually. So I have to like, shake it up before I add it to things. I just take a tiny little bitty bit of this and just, add it to each 2-liter bottle of pop or whatever. This says Medigold on it, but there's also colloidal silver, mixed in here as well. I take dead sea salt. I mean, I take iodine salt too. I got it mixed together. But I take dead sea salt because that has high levels of magnesium, and you could have all the calcium you want to have, and it's not going to do dick for your bones unless the calcium is being balanced with magnesium. That's like another thing that most people don't know. But needless to say, whatever you want to do for your health, whether it's taking the Adia Clarity and or colloidal gold and silver and or vitamin D and or dead sea salt and or whatever else, you're gonna be able to tell the difference more over the long count of time as your body slowly adjusts to the changes, and you see results over time. Because as I like to say, you can't plant a tree seed today and expect a 40-foot tree tomorrow. And unfortunately, humanity has that impatient attitude where they're like, oh, well, if I plant a tree seed today and I don't have this 40-foot tree tomorrow, then fuck trees. That's just not going to work. I better have my 40-foot tree tomorrow, otherwise fuck you, And we have that impatient attitude because we're taught to see time as being the enemy, and we're taught that because of the frickin' school system, because the school system puts unreasonable deadlines on us and stuff. So then we kind of start getting used to rolling with that. And then, after 12 years or whatever, dealing with that sort of stress, we just continue to run the rest of our lives like that automatically. And we just start to see reality like that. We start to see time as the enemy, even though way of saying it's like, all good things come in time and so on and so forth. When we're seeing time as the enemy, it's just really freaking neurotic, and it really distorts our ability for discernment and critical thinking and stuff like that. So we're not really being rational. We're not really seeing the logical, obvious, hiding in plain sight, saying, hey, Some things take time. It is what it is. Just like whether you like it or not, fire burns. So, you know, no matter how many times you try to stick your hand in it, you know, you can think to yourself, well, maybe this time if I stick my hand in it, it won't burn. Maybe this time. But no matter what, it's always going to freaking burn. You know, Einstein's definition of insanity. We're definitely the poster children for that, aren't we? Einstein's definition of insanity being doing the same things over and over and over and over again while expecting a different result each time. And then we try to like dress it up to make it seem like as if it's not the same thing. Like, well, you know, last time I touched fire, I was touching it with a green shirt on. So if I touch it with an orange shirt on, then that's totally different. That's just, you know, that's a lot that we do these logical fallacies, right? You know, things that like, oh, I'm going to make this change, and so that means it's totally different. But no, it's a logical fallacy, because the common denominator is you're still touching fire, idiot. Doesn't matter what shirt you have on. So yeah, we totally do this shit to ourselves. It's pretty fucked up. But yeah. So that's all I have to report on this now. So this is going to be like the, you know, the final video in this particular series. I mean, of course, like 6 months down the line, I'll do like a whole new, you know, PSEC 2016, you know, whatever the hell I title it as, and, you know, go from there when I have more to show. But as far as this little particular series of videos, it all goes together. You know, this is the closeout of it. So hope you all have been having a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And, you know, hopefully we'll have, you know, at least a couple more videos or whatever for 2015, you know, before the end of the year comes to a close. But at the very least, we'll definitely be seeing you in 2016, and lots of really cool stuff with that. Me and Richard are definitely, you know, intending on having, you know, at least one last hangout before the end of the year here, and we're going to call it a look back. So it's gonna be kind of like looking at the last year in review, and you know, just kind of reflecting on things that have gone on, not only for ourselves personally, but you know, worldwide. And then the first video of 2016 will be called PSEC 2016, a year of discovery, because 2015 was the year of action. I mean, we said that like right at the end of 2014 going into 2015, and that was the first video of 2015, PSEC 2015, a year of action. And that has definitely been what this year's been, like, oh my God. So now we're moving into the year of discovery, which is like going to be like the year of action, you know, on steroids times 20, on acid, on coke, you know. So, you know, strap in, embrace yourselves, you know, prepare for ignition. It's going to be an interesting freaking ride, to say the least. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be terrifying. It's going to be very revealing. It's definitely going to be a real life freaking adventure. 2015 has been pretty freaking amazing, and 2016 is just going to be even more so. So hope you've enjoyed my illuminated blue Smurfy face, as the LED lights from my glass desk are just, you know, illuminating me in a Smurfy sort of way here, while I have my white and blue Christmas lights there, and then I have the nice little multicolored stuff going over here, as you can just see it continue to change and do all sorts of crazy stuff like that. And I have white and red lights on the other half of my room over there. You can't really see it because I have no way of like pointing the camera there, but you know, it actually looks pretty cool. But yeah, so thank you for watching, and have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and a happy holidays and a happy Ramadan and Kwanzaa and Hanukkah and whatever the fuck else it is for anybody else out there in any other country and culture. happy whatever the fuck it is you're doing. Okay, so like happy everything. All right. So you all just have an awesome week and an awesome weekend, and just yeah, happy fucking everything. Thank you for watching, and catch y'all later.